Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Hey guys, we're your hosts, Em and Jay, and today we wanted to take a look at Superman, Man of Tomorrow. This movie is kickstarting DC's new animated universe, after Justice League Dark Apokolips War officially rebooted it. This movie focuses on Clark coming into his own, and shows his early career not just as Superman, but also in the Daily Planet. He starts the movie out as an intern instead of a reporter, so it's about his early days as a hero and also in journalism. But it's not a solo adventure. We're also introduced to John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, who comes to his aid throughout the film, and the two of them bond over being the last of their kind. They also name drop Batman, so I think they're doing a good job of setting up the Justice League, but also focusing on these individual characters right now. We really liked the animation and the art direction too. The cell shading is very pleasing, and the characters all have a thick black outline that really makes them pop. The animation is really fluid and expressive too. The backgrounds are really nice, and I really liked the design of Metropolis. It uses a futuristic architecture, but it also feels true to the comic books, so it really feels like they're leaning into that Man of Tomorrow title. So basing the city on futurism was a really nice touch. We did have some issues with the movie though, but in order to talk about it, we're gonna have to get into some spoilers. So here's a spoiler warning for anyone interested in seeing this movie. One of the movie's major themes is xenophobia. It's something Clark struggles with from a young age because he knows he's an alien, and so do his parents, and his dad is worried that the government might take him away so they can study him, which is very understandable since that probably is something the government would do. But the movie also feels a little bit off because at the end of it, Clark is telling people they shouldn't be afraid of a Godzilla-like monster, who has killed about a dozen people at that point. It's a long story, but we'll explain. Early in the movie, Superman gets attacked by Lobo, and they fight through the city. This causes a janitor named Rudy Jones to get trapped under rubble when they go through Star Labs. Then Lobo throws this alien weapon that was meant for Clark, but it hits Rudy instead, and Clark isn't able to notice any of this. I get that Lobo was trying to kill him, but I feel like this went on long enough for him to maybe have noticed that there were other people around. The audience knows that Rudy is the Parasite, so he had no chance of walking away from this, but they made him very sympathetic in this movie. Clark had had a conversation with him before Lobo even showed up, so they made sure to humanize him. In a lot of other continuities, he becomes Parasite because of his own actions, like him stealing from Star Labs, but this time it was a direct result of Superman and Lobo fighting, so he just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, which means that this is partially Superman's responsibility, although it was mostly Lobo. But Clark has no idea that there's an innocent man who's been turned into a monster, who's now going around Metropolis killing people. That was a direct result of a fight he was involved in, but when he does find out and watches the security footage of what happened to Rudy, his response is pretty nonchalant. Basically, it's just, oh, that janitor I talked to one time? I just thought that he would have a little more compassion about the situation. He then has to team up with Lobo to try to stop Parasite, but by that point Parasite's gotten too powerful, so Lobo decides to blow himself up. Clark doesn't know that Lobo can regenerate, so he gets really upset when he sees this, and I just thought it was weird how he cared more about the guy who tried to kill him blowing himself up than he cared about an innocent man being trapped under rubble that his fight caused, and then getting turned into a monster against his will. What was that about? I'm not saying he can't care at all about Lobo blowing himself up, but it's not like they're friends. This is all happening because he tried to kill Clark. It probably wouldn't have bothered me so much if I felt like he had cared more about Rudy's situation. It just felt weird. I also had problems with the climax of the movie. Superman makes this big speech about xenophobia to the people of Metropolis, where he says that they're just scared because he and Rudy are different, and tries to compare himself and Rudy, but I don't think this is working the way he thinks it is. It's not like the people are scared just because he's different. They're scared because he has incredible superpowers, which could be dangerous and could hurt people. In fact, Rudy's situation is a direct result of all that, which I think is a little awkward. At this point, Rudy's killed a dozen people, and he's a kaiju-sized monster. I think their fear could be a little warranted. Sure, there's no stopping Lobo because he's Lobo, but Superman could have at least taken the fight outside of the city. Maybe Rudy wouldn't have gotten hurt. So this speech comes off as kind of cheesy and self-centered, and a little out of touch. I would have rather Clark gain the trust of the city through his actions than some cheesy speech, which they had been doing throughout the movie. At first, the city's pretty freaked out about a flying man, but they do start to come around him after he stops Lobo. So I think he could have gained their trust just by helping them escape calamity calamity and building a relationship with the people, but I feel like that ended up being undercut by this kind of tone-deaf speech. The movie was also pretty anticlimactic. After Superman gives his speech, they basically try to give Rudy this hero moment by having him sacrifice himself to stop the city from blowing up. They're probably trying to make up for him killing people and threatening the city, so instead of ending with a climactic battle, Superman just gave this cheesy speech and then Rudy dies. But other than that, I did enjoy the movie. Clark's relationship with his parents and also Martian Manhunter is really great. It's always fun to see the hero being able to be open about their heroics with their parents and family, and the choice that Jean and Clark are facing on whether to reveal themselves and be superheroes or keep a low profile to protect themselves is an interesting dilemma, but it's great to see a more hopeful and optimistic Superman, since those are pretty integral to his character, but they've been kind of missing from these modern takes on him. So we liked the characterization overall, we just felt like Clark was off in a few parts. And we did like the idea of a more sympathetic villain, we just felt like it kinda hurt Clark in a few ways. But overall, the movie had great animation, a pleasing art style, good characterization, and a good setup for future movies without losing focus on the plot of this one. But that was our opinion. What do you guys think? Have you seen the movie? Did you like what they did with Parasite? Do you think we're being too harsh on their message? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Shout out to our members, Caleb Nelson, Stutania, Tyrant Carnivore, Adam K, Shiny Orc Boy, Taylor Ramirez, The Rabbit Mancer, Dash Hound, Haley Kosheva, Ray Thulu, and Hunter Rose. Thank you so much for watching, we really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone. Bye guys.